everyone, I'm here with a favorites video for the month of November 2021. So we're in December already, and I thought I better do a November favorites before we get into December. I can't believe how fast this year has gone in some ways, and now we're getting to 2022. I actually, like, as always, I didn't get a ton of stuff, but I will show you what I got that I really enjoyed this month. I didn't get a lot of decks in 2021. I actually didn't buy a ton of decks, but I did pre-order the 2 decks I'm going to show you, and they showed up in November, which I kind of wasn't expecting, but it was a really lovely surprise. And the first is the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot by Radleigh Valentine. I have the Angel Wisdom Tarot, which is similar, and so I thought, oh, I'll get this one too because I do quite like that one. My complaint about this box, though, there is no hole at the side for your fingers. So I have to shake this box open. Like, I have to kind of grab the edges and then shake it open to get it open, which is not very handy at all. So it's your typical kind of Hay House type deck. You've got your book at the front, you know, pretty standard, but it's got some good information in it. And it is the typical kind of Hay House size, more of an oracle size kind of tarot. So if you don't like bigger, wider tarot decks, then you may not like this one. Not super crazy about the backing, but it is what it is. I'm not too worried about it. This deck is kind of like the Angel Thought Tarot in that, or Angel Wisdom. I don't know why I call it Angel Thought. Angel Wisdom Tarot. In that it has kind of this photo manipulation type computer art, and then you've got some keywords on the bottom, but they're more keywords, whereas the Angel Wisdom has more phrases going on. I do like that each of the suits has a different colored border, which makes it very easy to see what suits you have that you're working with. I also like that it is a more diverse deck in both, you know, ethnic diversity and body size and age and that kind of thing. So it's very much trying to combine, sort of like make it a little bit more of a modern tarot deck, which is nice to work with. This is a lovely deck. I have to say, I think I enjoy the Angel Wisdom a little bit more, but the artwork is still really lovely in this. And I think people that like, you know, working with angels or want a deck that's, you know, a little bit more gentle, this can be a really great deck for them to work with. So I was really happy to see this show up. I've done some readings with it and it's been really accurate. So I will continue to work with this and see what I think of it. But it was a nice surprise. It actually showed up on a day I was having a really hard day. And I usually wait to unbox things, but this time I didn't because I was just like, I'm sad and I could use some angel thoughts right now, some angel messages. So that is the Guardian Angel Messages Tarot. The next deck that I bought is the Winter Seer Animal Oracle deck by Silo Thompson. She also did, I hope I'm pronouncing that right. She also has done the Hedwig Oracle, Botanical Oracle, and the Linestrider Tarot, amongst others. So her artwork's like very unique, and you always know that it's her. I love animal decks. I'm a big sucker for animal decks. This is a Llewellyn deck, so you get the lovely box, and you get a nice a nice guidebook with it. The guidebook is quite good. It has both upright and reverse meanings. It has beautiful colored pages that I love. It's a great little resource. And the idea of this deck is it's animals, but it's animals that are kind of more in the north, like the northern hemisphere, like northern Europe and, you know, like Canada, I guess, United States, that kind of thing. So it's more northern type animals, which I thought would be perfect for working with in winter, because, you know, winter is a long season where I live. So it is, you know, your Llewellyn stock, which I actually don't mind because some people like their cardstock a little bit thicker, but I like these because they're easy to shuffle. It has like a little bit of a shine to it. I don't like totally matte decks, I have to say. I love the artwork in here. Okay, this ring light is not helping with this. Let's see if we can get it to go. Okay, that is so much better. So you can see that a little bit better. Really, really beautiful. Again, her beautiful watercolors. This is just a really lovely, wonderful deck. I do have a tarot deck in mind that I want to pair it with. There's our wolf there. I've got a donkey, so cute. I've got a crab. I love the crab. He's like defending himself, and then the word is defend on there. So it's got great keywords. And then if you look at the book, the write-ups are really good pardon me, to go along with the meanings. So I'm really looking forward to working with this deck more. Again, I've done some readings with this deck and it's been, very spot on to the point, which I really enjoy and like. So really great deck. And I love like the style has a lot of white space, which I think, for winter is absolutely perfect. So those are the two decks that I got this month and that I've been really enjoying working with and hope to work with a little bit more for the winter season. All right. Next, I'm going to talk about books. Now, I was not planning on buying any books. However, I did go to bookstore with a friend of mine and I saw this book on the shelf and it was really strange because this is not a beginner or even like a bit of an intermediary book. It is an advanced like astrology book and it is Horary Astrology by Anthony Lewis. And somebody had said to me that they thought it might have been ordered in by someone and then the person didn't pick it up because it is such like a specialty weird topic to see in sort of like a general type of bookstore. So anyway, it was calling to me, so I bought it and I have been loving this book. I'm almost finished it, as you can see. So what is Horary Astrology, which is a hard word to say, horary? What it is the idea that you can cast a chart not just for like the time someone was born or for an event, but if you have a question, you can cast a chart for the moment that you ask the question. And then the astrologer will look at it and give you an answer. So it's using the sky as your divination tool. And it sounds like kind of weird, like how could you use astrology to answer like a question, casting a chart for the moment you ask a question? And even the writer says at first he thought, well, that's really weird. And it is actually a very ancient form of astrology. This was used back in like the Roman Empire and prior to that too. But if you use the techniques in here, it does seem to work. So I have been experimenting with this. Now, horary astrology is often used to find lost items. So every time somebody loses something, I look at the chart to see if I can use it to find that item. So it's been actually a lot of fun because, every time someone's like, oh, I lost this thing, I look at the chart to see, oh, can this help us to find the missing object? This is also, horary astrology has also been used in helping to find missing people as well. And it can be used not just for lost objects or missing people, but also for any kind of question. So I'm not done reading this book yet, but it definitely has gotten me really interested in horary astrology and practicing it. So I've been kind of like experimenting with practicing it and will continue to do so a little bit more. It's been a lot of fun and it's been fun to learn about, and I'm eager to find more books on this subject, but really, really enjoy this book. Now, if you're a beginner to astrology, I wouldn't recommend this book because it has a lot of sort of advanced technical terms in here. It also refers to Lilly, who is he's like back in the 1600s, he wrote a book called Christian Astrology. He's an English guy, and so there's a lot of like references to him and sort of this old English type, phrases and stuff. So I wouldn't necessarily recommend it to beginners, but to more advanced people, or more to people who are more advanced in their astrology learnings, I would recommend this book if you're interested. It is a good introduction to it. So I've been having a lot of fun with that. The next thing that I got was I decided to get a magazine subscription to the Mountain Astrologer, which is the preeminent sort of astrology magazine. It comes out 5 times a year, so it has like quarterly editions, and then they have like one they do for the year ahead, which I'm looking forward to getting. So this is the Capricorn solstice. So this is kind of like the winter edition of the magazine. So it has like all sorts of different articles. They do have like forecasts for what's ahead for the next 3 months at the back here. It covers all different types of astrology. There is astrology here about stock market trading, like financial astrology. There is, what else do we have? Horary in here as well. So people will ask questions, they'll cast a chart and answer it. There is different techniques. Here we have a draconic chart, which I don't even know what that is. I'll have to read the article to find out what that is. They have articles by all sorts of different like famous astrologers in here. Lots of famous astrologers write for this magazine. They also have like a student section as well. So if you're a student of astrology, you're relatively new, some of the articles are more geared towards you. Charts in the news, talking about famous people's charts. So it's just like, it looks like a really good resource. I thought I would give it a try. I would subscribe for a year, give it a try, see what I think of it. So far, I've been enjoying it. You know, obviously some articles I like more than others. Some things apply to me more than others are more interested in. And also some people's writing style I prefer more than others. That's the nature you get with a magazine being written by a lot of different people, but it seems pretty cool. So I will kind of give you updates as I get different editions and see what I think of that. And that's kind of my new things for the month of December, or pardon me, November. I keep wanting to say December, November favorites. As for like non sort of new agey, astrology, witchy type things, I don't know if there's a lot in that direction. I did discover a after 8 coffee whitener. Like, you know how you can get the flavorings for your coffee? I discovered an after 8 one, and it does take like after 8. So it's like a lovely minty, chocolatey, nice thing for the holiday season. So I didn't bring that down. It's up in the fridge, but check it out if you can. It is the Coffee Mate After 8 creamer. It is so good. So check that out. But other than that, that's kind of my favorites for this month. Let me know, are any of these on your list? Have you read any of these? Have you worked with any of these decks? Are they on your list? Let me know. I would love to hear from you. Thank you again to all of my patrons. You guys are amazing and awesome and great. And thank you so much for supporting me. You guys make this possible. So thank you. Just a heads up as well. I'm going to be kind of like trying to take a little time off from social media in December. So it's not that I'm not going to be posting at all, but I am going to be posting less and thinking about kind of what I want to do for 2022. So if you have any feedback on things you'd like to see more of on this channel or what you'd like to see on my Patreon, I'm all ears. I would love to know. Anyway, thank you so much. And as always, peace and love.